You were a newer tune in Garden View. You had been there only a few months, yet you were already dating Astro. Oddly enough, he was the one who initiated the relationship. He may be overly shy in most scenarios, but not with you. He tried to be as straightforward as he could. One day, he had noticed that, you hadn't come out of your room. He thought you just weren't feeling well, so he didn't disturb you. But it wasn't just you not feeling well. Dandy had come in the night before and made you twisted. He forced you to drink Iker. After a while, it was around dinner time, and Astro knew that even if you weren't feeling well, you still would have come out to get food, or at least opened the door when he knocked and tried getting you food. So he goes into your room and he sees you nearly full twisted. Your eyes are a lighter shade of pink, signaling that you haven't fully succumbed to the Iker. And your hands are covered with Iker. So is your right leg. He just goes up to you despite the dangers, figuring that you're like twisted glisten, which oddly enough is accurate. And he just hugs you. You quietly say, Astro, you shouldn't be here. I could hurt you. And then he calmly says, Listener, honey, trust me, you couldn't. Not yet. I haven't left you alone. Not for very long, anyway. Then he asks, So, did Dandy do this to you? Or did you find Iker on your own and think it was, like, some sort of food? And you say, I think it was Dandy. It was too dark for me to really tell. And then he gently nuzzles into you, because he can tell that you're panicking because, you think he'll be mad that you don't recall everything. And then he says, okay, so yeah, it was probably Dandy. He really seems to like doing this to people. I told him not to do it to you. But does he ever listen? No. You chuckle and say, well, at least you tried. Then he chuckles and says, yeah, fair enough. After a while, and since, you still hadn't gone full twisted, he brings you out so that you'll actually eat. Because, it was still dinner time. And he didn't care if you were twisted. He wanted you to eat something. After a bit, when the others see you, they freak out because they don't know you're like twisted glisten. And then Astro says, guys, chill. It's okay. They haven't attacked me. They won't attack you either. I'm sure of it. Just from hearing what Astro says and realizing that he most definitely isn't injured, they all calm down. After a bit, and, well, Dandy had come in the room. He's a little irritated because you hadn't gone full twisted before you were found. And then Astro says to him, Dandy, I thought we agreed you wouldn't be experimenting on Listener. What, do promises not mean anything to you? Then Dandy says, that'd be correct. No, they don't. After a while, and, well, you and Astro were in the projector room, watching one of the 100 or so tapes. You two were cuddling, like you always used to before you had gone twisted. And he decides to kiss your cheek. And then he says, I love you, hon. You smile and say, love you too. And you both fall asleep while cuddling.